A'ja Wilson loves to do two things. Two things. Play the victim and is completely delusional as well, I guess. She's petty.
A'ja Wilson recently made some bold claims that have people talking. She called the WNBA's schedule the toughest in professional sports, and even said she could beat NBA player Josh Hart in a one-on-one game. These comments, made during her appearance on the Roommate show, has stirred up plenty of reactions. Some fans are laughing, some are questioning her confidence, and many are wondering what she's really thinking.
Coming back, like, do you feel like as like professional athletes, you guys have like the most like stressful, like strenuous, like careers?
Yeah, for sure.
A'ja Wilson's recent comments are just the beginning. From contradictory views on the WNBA's growth to a surprising leak from sources close to her that nobody really asked for, Wilson has been dominating the headlines for all the wrong reasons. The backlash is growing, and today, we're diving into her recent actions, why they're turning fans off, how players like Caitlin Clark are winning over hearts, and what this all means for the future of women's basketball and the MVP race.
A'ja Wilson is the queen of the delusion. She's absolutely the queen of the delusion.
Let's start with A'ja Wilson's boldest statement. She believes the WNBA has the toughest schedule in professional sports, tougher than the NBA, MLB, or even the NFL. During her appearance on the Roommate show, she described the WNBA season as a grueling challenge that no other league can match. To be fair, transitioning from college to pro basketball isn't easy. Wilson highlighted that WNBA rookies face a quick turnaround with little time to adjust, especially if their college team makes a deep tournament run. There are no rookie combines, and training camps begin almost immediately after the draft. But does that really make the WNBA's schedule harder than leagues with more games and more intense travel?
I feel like for us, like, we don't have, our rookie orientation is not like anything too crazy. It's literally like obviously like a day before the draft and you're sitting there and you're talking, but it's like we don't get to go work out for teams. We don't have a combine, and you're going and it's insane. So yeah, I would have to say our schedule is pretty crazy.
Let's put the WNBA season into perspective. It's 40 games long, while MLB players play 162 games in a season, often with multiple games in a single day. The NBA schedule has 82 games, along with heavy travel and back-to-back games. NFL players, on the other hand, face physical collisions every week in a 17-game season. Compared to these, the WNBA's season is much shorter, with fewer games and less travel involved. So while the WNBA season is definitely demanding, it's not quite on the same level as these other leagues when it comes to sheer volume and travel.
What about the actual NBA? And I understand a lot of them superstars are load managing, but there's still 82 games there. How many games did they just play? 40. Not counting the playoffs, but I mean, Major League Baseball players do 162, not counting the playoffs. It's so disrespectful to other sports.
Fans didn't hold back their reactions. One comment pointed out, she thinks 40 games is tough. Try playing 82 games while flying coast to coast every week. Another joked, if the WNBA schedule is the hardest, what does that make MLB? The sarcasm was flying, with many people questioning how an MVP could be so out of touch with the reality of other professional sports.
She's got to be the world heavyweight champion. Hey, you are a champion. World heavyweight champion of being petty, delusional, and playing the victim. Really? You're complaining about the rookie transition. So disrespectful to MLB athletes. I mean, honestly, it's wild. Didn't know the WNBA had an 82-game schedule. They literally play only 4 months a year.
What makes Wilson's claim even more surprising is the missed opportunity it represents. As the reigning MVP, she has a powerful platform to promote the WNBA and help grow the league. Fans expect her to highlight the league's strengths, not make it sound unappealing or like she's complaining. Instead of inspiring respect, her comments risk inviting ridicule, especially when the league is still fighting for recognition and growth. But as bold as that claim was, it wasn't even the most shocking thing she said during the interview. Wilson also boldly stated that she could beat NBA player Josh Hart in a one-on-one game. Let's just say the internet wasn't ready for that one.
Like, the score would be like 8-11. Me. I get ball first.
You get ball first.
She does get ball first.
Not gonna get it back. And you but that's gonna be your time. Like, that's gonna be your period, which is fine. I'm not saying I'm gonna go scoreless, but 8-11, I feel like it's pretty solid.
Wilson confidently claimed she could beat NBA player Josh Hart in a one-on-one game, and not just beat him, she even predicted the score would be 11-8. Now, confidence is key for any athlete, but there's a fine line between believing in yourself and crossing into overconfidence. Wilson's statement didn't just cross that line, it practically ran right past it.
You'll be Josh. Don't piss me off. Do not piss me off.
Josh Hart, a respected NBA player known for his defensive skills and hustle, didn't respond harshly to Wilson's claim. Instead, he kept it calm and playful, offering a lighthearted reaction on the podcast.
Like a good 11, probably like 11-7.
Okay, that's fair. You got 7? Okay.
No.
Fans and analysts, however, weren't as subtle. Social media exploded with a mix of disbelief and ridicule. One comment read, "She needs to stop calling out NBA players and start calling out her own shooting percentage." The commentary was harsh, but it highlighted a bigger issue, the gap between the leagues. Let's be real, there's a huge difference in the physicality, speed, and skill required to compete in the NBA versus the WNBA. Even Wilson's height, which gives her an edge in the WNBA, would be a disadvantage against the size and athleticism of NBA players, who are just as tall but far stronger. In reality, the outcome of such a matchup wouldn't even be close.
Let's be honest. 11-0. You can give her the ball first, you can block her shot, you can grab the rebound, and then you can dunk it on her 11 times. Unless this has some rule where you have to shoot threes, and you can't shoot anything inside of 22 feet, if Josh Hart plays a one-on-one game against A'ja Wilson, straight up, regular one-on-one, he would absolutely annihilate her. It'll be 11-0.
What's truly baffling is how this claim ended up overshadowing Wilson's MVP credentials. Instead of celebrating her real accomplishments, fans were caught up debating a hypothetical scenario that no one really took seriously. For a league that's trying to build credibility, comments like these don't help. But if you think this was the peak of Wilson's controversy, think again. Her next move, criticizing the WNBA's growing popularity, only added more fuel to the fire. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We appreciate you taking the time to watch. Now, let's get back to the action.
This is the time, like we're in the season of women's basketball, and it was so much fun to just it was aggravating, I'm not gonna lie, it was super annoying sometimes, because you're constantly, you feel like you have to reprove yourself, and you feel like you have to go out and be like, no, this is what y'all been missing, and it kind of took away the fun of the game, because you felt like you had to defend yourself and defend who you are as a player every single game.
You'd think someone as prominent as A'ja Wilson would be excited about the WNBA's rising popularity. After all, the league is finally getting more attention, viewership is up, and young stars like Caitlin Clark are set to take the sport to new heights. But Wilson's recent comments suggest otherwise. On the same podcast, she called the WNBA's increased attention super annoying. Yes, you read that right. A league that has fought for years to earn recognition and respect is now frustrating one of its biggest stars. Fans were left in shock, unable to believe what they were hearing.
I don't know, you guys are, you're y'all really, really toxic. I don't think we're that toxic. I think we're pettier, we're petty, giving us what's been due for, obviously, in our eyes, tuning.
This was the face of the WNBA. No wonder all the ratings and the viewers showed up after Caitlin Clark got involved. This ain't it. I mean, that's delusional on a whole nother